Jay here for Stretford, Paddock. That's Aaron Willis. This is Transfers Live. Yeah, Joe's not here today, so Aaron's joined us.
I look a bit like Joe.
I know. I just tried to carry on. Address it. Just carry on as normal, but let's address it. It's good to see you.
Yeah,
You usually come on the brew, don't you?
Now and again. I thought we were going to come on this one now.
So we was chatting, and Joe's away, so we said, who can get on? I said, let's get Aaron on. Let's see if Aaron's about. And you were like, can I come on a show where I can talk about football? Because on the brew we don't really talk about football. So I said, yes, you can come on this and we can talk about football. We can laugh at the puns. We can talk about transfers. We can talk about players we're not going to get. And we can talk about how we can't get rid of half the squad we want to get rid of. So we'll get into all that. So make sure, if you're not doing so already, you are hitting like, share and subscribe. Just before we get into it, I'll just ask you quickly, we've been chatting. How are you feeling about after the weekend? Because United lost, and it's weird. United lost to Arsenal, which we all hate. Yeah, everyone seems all right. I
felt like we'd won. Yeah. I felt really bad. And do you know why? I said this before. When United used to lose back in the day, we played well. Do you know, back in the day, at least we played well and give some... I felt buzzing after it, but I really shouldn't. They've given me a false sense of security, I think. I don't know what you thought.
The hope that kills you.
I know.
I was just saying, because it was with my lad as well. My lad was a good influence on me because he was quite happy at the end of the game. He was like, I enjoyed that. He'd been out, he'd watched the game, he was always excited. He'd seen Benjamin Sesko, he'd seen Cunha and Mbumo for the first time in a United shirt, so he was excited about that, and it had been a good spectacle. So I thought, okay, I don't want to be too sort of negative. Do you know what I mean? Like, yes, it's annoying losing to them lot, especially when we played as well as we did, but there's lots of reasons to be positive. We've just got to make sure we start picking up points in the next few games that are coming up, because they're all winnable. Right, let's get on with the first one, the puns. I need a Donna is what I need. So that's, I need a Donna is what I need.
I like that one, you know.
You having it?
No, I like that one.
If you had to rate it out of 10, what are you giving it?
6. No, that's actually me being good, you know, Jay.
This is the levels that you got when you've been on The Apprentice, you see.
No,
I like that, I'll give it a 3. No, go on.
No, I like it. Come on, it's not like 8, 9.
No, I like that. No, it's fair. It's a solid start, yeah? For you lot, it's definitely. Have we got a producer cam, by the way, this time?
No, not today.
You what, sorry?
Not today.
No, Ben's not on it, so he took it away from you. Ben's decided he's not running the desk today. He's giving it to Harry, so he's gone, right, we'll get rid of producer cam because there's no point in having it on Harry. Do you want to read all this for us, Aaron? Because you're good at reading and that.
Am I?
You're better than me.
United have found a new hope in finance a deal for Donnarumma as interest builds in Andre Onana. Inter Milan are interested in bringing back the glovesman that's helped them to the Champions League final in 2023. Onana's position has been widely speculated upon since arriving in England after failing to convince during a difficult period for United. If Inter do come in with their bid, United could have the funds quickly to go out and land a replacement. Donnarumma could become an immediate target despite interest from neighbours City after Paris Saint-Germain decided they wanted to part ways with the Italian. The Champions League winners want to earn a fee for the shot stopper as failing to come to an agreement over a new deal and signing Lucas Chevalier as a replacement. It said Donnarumma could be available for little as 26 mil.
Get involved in the chat and comments, let us know what you think. For starters, what is this? The glovesman.
Is that a new thing? Because when I was reading it, I'm like...
Is that you lot, or is that what it said in the paper? The glovesman.
You shouldn't assume the agenda as well. Like, glovesman, it's gloves person.
Right, okay, well,
I think
that's fair. I mean, yeah.
I think that's what we've got. That's what's going to happen. I guarantee.
It's gloves person.
Gloves person. I think that's going to happen.
That's a fair comment because when we're talking about the women's team, you wouldn't say glovesman. So gloves person. Yeah. I think gloves person, gloves man, gloves women needs scrapping. I think that as a term for a goalkeeper is shocking. I think they've gone with the shot stopper, which is an old one, isn't it? But it's okay to say goalkeeper twice.
I like goalie.
Goalie, yeah. Or number one. I know he might not technically be number one, but we get it, don't we?
Yeah.
Stephanie Griffith says, Aaron is a quality newsreader. Jack Tank says, it's just the Donnarumma.
That is class.
Oh, the producer, Harry on producer, I was going to say producer Campbell, we haven't got it. Yeah. Harry behind the desk was like, and he's giving you a round of applause.
Yeah, well done.
Yeah, do you know what? Next time that story comes up, or a story about Donnarumma, they'll have that.
Donnarumma,
sorry?
They say it in the chat every week.
They say it in the chat every week, says Ben, you see. Ben's not having it. Ben's like the prophet of doom.
Give it an 8.
He's like, no producer Cam. They say that in the chat every week. Just shut up.
I'm being the villain.
He's the villain today. Ahmed Gidado says, bring Donnarumma, please. Right, 2 questions for you, Aaron, my friend.
Go on.
1, would you have him? 2, do you think we can get him?
Definitely have him. Don't think we're going to get him.
I agree completely with that. I don't think he's going to come to Manchester United. I don't think he's going to leave PSG for anything less than, I'm guessing, 250, 300k a week. I don't think he's going to get that at Old Trafford. Plus, if City are in for him, it amazes me I'm actually saying this out loud, but he's probably going to prefer City because they're in the Champions League. He's just won the Champions League. There's a good chance they can win the Champions League with Donnarumma between the sticks. They've already won it once in the last few years and been in the final twice. They're guaranteed Champions League football every year, which at the minute, United, you can't really say that. Even though United are a much bigger club than Manchester City, they always have been and always will be. Yep. At the moment, it's probably a more attractive proposition in terms of what he can win and the team he's going into to go to Manchester City, and I think that might come into it. Let me know what you think. Kieran Gallagher says, where is Joe? He's over there.
I'm here, mate.
Thank you. Brad H says, yes, Jay, sorry I'm late, it's fine. Mango says, Jay, do you still have your United stocks? Yes, I do. So I'm actually a part owner in Manchester United. You're not the only businessman here, mate.
Go on.
Do you know what I mean? I need to find out.
Is this a genuine thing?
This is, yeah. I own shares in Manchester United. I screenshotted this the other day. Yeah, so my shares, when I say shares, I think a bit of a share. A piece of a share.
Yeah.
So this is how you do things, right? Because I bought them at £17.66 and they're now up to £18.46. That's what I own. So
pure profit.
Buy low, sell high.
I think we can get this deal done with stuff like that.
You know what I mean? Definitely. I have to approve it though, because I'm a shareholder. They have to ring me first before they make a bid for Donnarumma. So I'll let you know if they do. Yeah, so I'm making money on that share or whatever it is. Ross Murphy says, Lord Sugar wants you in his office, Jay. Yes, to fire me. Right, Donnarumma, we love him. It ain't going to happen though. And whilst the Mirror do get a lot of things right, I don't think there's any real feeling that Manchester United, on the whole, are likely to put a bid in for Donnarumma, despite the problems we've got at goalkeeper. You know,
we've got huge problems, and I think we talk about Saturday. I think that was, or Sunday, that was evident that we needed a goal. If that was like a blueprint of what's wrong with our team, that was it. The only thing, if you think of Donnarumma, it's a challenge, Jay. He's done it all.
Yeah.
Won the Champions League. What amazing. Going to something else, a bit of a challenge. I'm trying to convince myself it's not going to happen, is he's going to City.
So get you in the room with him, you can picture. Yeah. Listen, anyone can go to City and win loads of matches and keep loads of clean sheets and probably win the Champions League again. But have you ever been at a team that's just finished 15th? Have you ever played against Grimsby Town in the second round of the Carabao Cup? No. So get yourself to Old Trafford and you can do those things.
I'm not giving out full hope. I think there's still a little bit in me. I think could happen.
You know what? We'll probably get Donnarumma in about 15 years when he's 40. Right, let's move on. We've got another one for us. Hojlund given the boot.
That's not really a pun, that.
No, that's not.
Whose is that?
Have a look at the graphic.
Boot.
Right, okay.
Yeah, it's still crap in it, but it's all right though. Yeah, I'll give that a 1. But
can we just show the picture again? Because I get it, right? The picture, is very good, but it's not the best. This is what you lot do. You get all giddy with your pictures and excited. It's not the best pun, but the picture's good. Sorry, go on, Aaron, you can read this one.
Yeah, so Rasmus Hojlund could be on his way out of Manchester United amid rumour of a Serie A return. Napoli have made new contact with Man United today for Rasmus Hojlund deal talks underway. Hojlund's camp also in talks with Napoli as players keen on the move, while also wants guarantees to stay at the club in future, not a simple loan, and that's a good source though. Yeah,
Fabrizio Romano knows his stuff. He certainly knows his stuff when it comes to Italian football. That's how he made his name. Hojlund sounds like he'd prefer a permanent move. Me and you were chatting off camera earlier, and we were saying that it doesn't seem like it's great between Rasmus Hojlund and Manchester United or Ruben Amorim, does it?
There's something going on, mate. I could understand him getting left out on Arsenal, but the Fiorentina was one for me.
He didn't even get any minutes, did he?
Didn't get a minute in a friendly. I don't get it. No. So there's clearly something going on.
Yeah, I think there is. And I'm not saying that Hojlund's been difficult from what we gathered. There's no rumours of him having a bad attitude or anything. I just feel like ever since, I'll go back to it, and I keep going on about it, ever since Ruben Amorim played Kobbie Mainoo up front against Crystal Palace, I felt that was a manager that did not trust his number 9. I thought that was a manager that wasn't really having it with Rasmus Hojlund. And we've seen Mason Mount tried up there. We've seen different. I think we've had Bruno up there. Even under Ten Hag, we had Bruno in the cup final playing up front. So he's had a bit of an issue since he's been at United, of maybe having a bit of lack of belief from his managers. But certainly Rasmus Hojlund and Ruben Amorim, I get the feeling those two aren't on the same page. And if you're Hojlund, it's got to be a bit deflating to see all these new players come in. You think, okay, I might get a bit more service or whatever, and then we bring in Benjamin Sesko, and the manager's more or less made his feelings clear. So it looks like he's going to go to Napoli, or certainly there's something going on there. And if he does go, it could well end up with being a permanent move. Get involved in the chat in the comments. Let us know what you think. Abhinav Verma, welcome to the academy. Belal Titanium MUFC says, make Rasmus an offer he can't refuse.
See what he's done there.
Very good. Godfather reference. Seamus Williams says, look, the answer is clear. Wesley Sneijder. Are you old enough to remember the Wesley Sneijder?
Honestly, I still think he's going to come. Like, it was one of the... I'm still holding out hope.
That was from my blogging days. I used to have a blog, and it was like every day was like Wesley Sneijder Day on the blog.
Honestly, I've never been so excited.
I know, honestly. I was certain we were going to sign him. And you get all these stories when this is talks are underway. He's been spotted in Manchester, and deals agreed and all the rest of it. And one day we'll get him. Lee Massey says, am I the only one who feels Rasmus played well in pre-season? Got a couple of goals, didn't he?
Got a good point, I
think one of the goals, he got a couple against Bournemouth, but one of them was attributed to Ahmad, even though it might have come off, probably actually did come off Rasmus Hojlund. I mean, he did all right in pre-season. I thought he did okay. I don't think he set the world alight, but I don't think he was terrible.
Do you not think we're making a bit of a rash... I know we need the money. Yeah. We need to free up the money. But the way that we played on the weekend, when you had Cunha and Bumo, do you not think he can contribute? I think, could he contribute more than Xerxes or whoever's up there? I don't know. But we ain't got the time, I don't think.
No, I think with Amorim, you have to trust him.
Yeah, I know.
You have to trust he's knows what he's doing. And I think all along the way, the club have backed him. When he's said, right, I want to get rid of Marcus Rashford, obviously wants to get rid of Alejandro Garnacho. When he's made it clear that certain players aren't for him, he doesn't rate him or whatever, then the club have backed him, and they've backed him in the transfer window in terms of bringing players in. So you have to trust the manager who, has watched him quite a lot of games. I think Rasmus Hojlund is playing under Ruben Amorim now. He's probably played about 20 odd games under him, and he's not feeling him. And like you said, maybe it's just a money thing. Maybe they're weighing it up and going, look, we could do the money, but it does feel that them two aren't quite there. Right, let's talk about another one. What have we got for us?
I've got to read all that. Wharton's crystal clear, he's not eager to move.
You fucking faxed that one in, haven't you?
That is like,
that's a fucking...
Whose is that?
That's a... Do you know what? If you're at school, that's 3:25 on a Friday. Like, can't be arsed, I'm on my way home. Oh, look at you trying to throw David under the bus now. Hey, it's a bit of a combination between me and David. What, did you come up with Wharton and he came up with Eagle?
See, I saw this today.
What, this pun?
No, not the pun.
Bad enough they fucking
I don't
come up with it.
think anyone's seen this pun before. I don't think he actually wrote it. I think I saw this Gary Cottrell stuff.
Well, we won't make you read all this out. Should we just describe in a nutshell what happened, what all this is about? So Gary Cottrell, who is the knobhead for Sky News, isn't he? He's just he's always pestering people. He's the one that chased Eric Ten Hag for a car park. He's the one that's just always there. He's always trying to get something out of the players. He is, isn't he? He's just buzzing around, asking stupid questions and getting ignored. So he was at Crystal Palace's training today because I think they got European football coming up. Yeah, so I think they had the press there because it's Europe, and I think I might be completely wrong. Open training, yeah. So he's there. So he's shouting over to Eberechi Eze, saying, you're going to go to, I think it was Spurs at the time, although he's on the verge of an Arsenal move now. And then he said something to Adam Wharton just sort of taps his badge, saying that he's, indicating he's going to stay at Palace. It's a bit of nonsense. We've just included it because it was, going on. But I don't think we're going to get Adam Wharton anyway. I'd have him, but I don't think we'll get him. I think all eyes are on Baleba. Would you have him?
If we talk about Baleba, it's chalk and cheese, isn't it, Jay? Like, I think he's a great player, obviously, but is he what we need right here, right now? Not when you got Baleba. So I just would.
You go for Baleba?
100%.
Yeah.
100%.
I don't see us getting both.
You can't. He's gonna. I think if you talk about how much they're gonna. I don't know how much to talk about. It's over the hundreds now. I think it's getting into.
For Baleba or for him?
No, for Baleba. So
Baleba. I think they want 100 million. I don't know if we're going to end up paying that. You don't know. If we get him next summer, it might be slightly less, or it might be more if there's a bidding war. Wharton, I'm guessing you're going to be paying upwards of 70 million. But if you want Baleba, I do understand the idea. If that's the player you want, stick with that idea. We want him. We're going to wait for him. I go back to Liverpool with Van Dijk. They couldn't get in one window. They waited to the next window. And obviously, unfortunately, that paid dividends. Hit that like, please, people. Ethan Sweeney says, leave the Palace, come to the theatre. David Rostron says, Gary Birtles was the second worst forward behind Rasmus Hojlund that I've ever seen for Man United. Birtles joined in 1980 from Nottingham Forest, didn't he? Well, I mean, I was only born in 1980 before anyone thinks I can remember that one. But I do know that Gary Birtles, I think it took him 26 games to get a goal for United.
Not good, is it?
So, yeah, it wasn't a very good sign. I think Dave Sexton bought him. Let's move on. There's a lot going on here.
Well,
so go on, Aaron, you can...
We're not raving about Rabiot. Oh, what? Oh, yeah, I see.
Just go on, you gave up halfway through.
Rabiot.
Right.
Yeah, but I don't...
We're not raving about Rabiot.
Yeah.
Yeah? Adrian Rabiot will be offered to Manchester United after being told to leave Marseille. Go on, I'll let you read this bit out.
There was this tense situation at Marseille that led to the club putting Rabiot and Jonathan Rowe out of the squad. Romano said on his YouTube channel, Rabiot is no longer part of Roberto De Zerbi's squad and is available. They want something like 15 to 20 million euro to let him leave. He was a target for Man United many years ago in recent years, but was never very close. I'm not hearing any concrete anything about them in negotiations or talks. Rabiot is going to be offered to Man United and many other clubs as an opportunity, but it's an open situation. I think United wanted to go for Carlos Baleba for his intensity. Rabiot is a different profile. I'm not a fan of that.
No, and what, the porn or the story?
The story. I don't think it's got legs, and I hope it doesn't. He isn't what.
No, he was. It looked like he was going to come in a couple of years ago. You remember? Was it John Murtaugh went and flew over to speak to his mum, who's his agent? Didn't happen for whatever reason. He does have a bit of a reputation, doesn't he, Adrian Rabiot, being a bit problematic. Obviously, something's gone down with Marseille. Him and De Zerbi fell out, and they've had this issue. Is he the right move now for Manchester United? Probably not. Is he what we need? Probably not. I think maybe a couple of years ago we could have got him and it would have worked. I certainly don't now. What's this here, by the way?
Rabbit.
It's a raving rabbit. Okay, yeah.
I think there's a generational gap there with that one.
There's a generational gap. Go on, you explain it to me.
It was a game that we all played growing up called Raving Rabbits.
Right, it was a
You
game...
thought you might have known because it was a big thing.
When was this? It was a game that producer Ben's telling me now.
Like early 2000s to mid 2000s.
So when I was in my 20s.
And they look like that.
Right.
You've got kids.
Yeah,
I didn't have kids in 2000, did I?
It's still a big
Would have been like 7.
Yeah.
7?
What?
Yeah, 17. No, I wouldn't have kids. Either way, not kids. I've never seen one of them.
I was raving back in the noughties, so I might have, or the 90s, I might have got it from that, but I don't remember the raving rabbit. Sorry, I'll have to brush up. Deja Vu says, never heard of it in my life. Jamie Burton says, oh, rabbits, Jesus wept. James McCrogan says, sack Rabiot, he's twice heaven's age. James Kellen says, we can hear them, we don't need a repeat, thanks, Jay. Sorry, James. Right, let's move on to the next one. Go on.
What is this? Spurs pull the pin on. Good idea. Says Jim explodes. So Jim Black has Ineos counter-sue Tottenham amid ongoing sponsorship deal row. I've not heard
I think this. Hang on a minute. Spurs pull pin on the Grenadier. Sir Jim explodes. So this is the legal action, wasn't it? So go on. I'll let you read all this, and then we'll.
Earlier this year, Manchester United co-owners were the subject of legal action from Spurs, who claimed they had breached the terms of a 17 million 5-year agreement. Spurs are claiming no more than 11 from Ineos, whose Grenadier model was the official 4x4 vehicle partner in a deal signed in 2022. However, Ineos have now fired back at Spurs, accusing them of lining up a sponsorship deal with German rival Audi around the transfer of Harry Kane to Bayern Munich. They are now seeking 1 million from Spurs, who terminated the contract after claiming they'd done so because Ineos had failed to pay 5 million plus instalment last year. Throughout what is an already messy legal battle, Ineos have maintained that they had the right to exit from the agreement. There seems to be a lot of stuff going on in there.
This is quite good.
Spurs, good.
Spurs pull pin on the Grenadier. Sir Jim explodes. I like it, yeah. Earlier this year,
I skipped that, yeah.
Well, I didn't skip it. I read it. So, any credit you get for the decent pun and the good picture...
He balls it up with
He balls it up with this. Yeah?
I'll take you later on that.
BMW Racing 1974 says, a non-story. It is a non-story, but these comical geniuses wanted to do that, so allow them, yeah? That's why they included it. I'm not daft. Let's move on. No one gives a shit. This is a great pick. He was taking on a potato. Right, go on.
Torpey's departure leaves a sting. That's a good one. Stephen Torpey, I like that one. He's leaving his role as academy director at Brentford to join the same position at United. Stephen Torpey is leaving his role as Academy Director at Brentford to take up the same position at Manchester United. Torpey, who joined the Bees in January 2024 from City.
Fucking hell of a blue. Go on, sorry.
What's going on?
Why don't you just change our name to Manchester City?
Masterminded the climb from Category 4 status to the brink of Category 1. At United, he will replace Nick Cox, who is leaving after 9 years to become Technical Director at Everton. Cox is due to stay on at United until October, until the transitionary period, and Brentford and United are currently negotiating Torpey's start date. The appointment reunites Torpey with United's Director of Football, Jason Wilcox. The duo worked together at City, where Wilcox is Academy Director, Torpey the Head of Coaching, first the foundation phase and then the 15s to 23s. I think this is a really, really good acquisition.
Yeah, I was joking, but we are sort of bringing in the players, or the people I should say, that Jason Wilcox and Omar Brada know. I get it, City did have a lot of success at many levels, and if these are the people that Jason Wilcox trusts, and it seems like he's sort of been given the keys to the kingdom alongside Omar Brada, then yeah, more power to it. It's going to be big shoes to fill it with Nick Cox.
I was just going to say that, without him.
We do Academy Review with Finn, and he's always raving about him, and rightly so. A few super chats. Irfan Riaz says, if Amarin gets it wrong this season, how far do we fall behind the rest of the pack for coming seasons? I don't know. Abhinav Verma, who's been a member of the Academy for 52 months, says that 5 million Jimmy didn't pay Spurs, got us Sesko. It's a super chat, so it's true. Why not? Deja Vu says Nick Cox, huge loss. And also Greg says maybe he's Mbumo's mate. That is, yeah, maybe he is. He could be Brian Mbumo's mate, you never know, do you? I think we've got one more, have we?
Pull your Camavinga out, Reds. Well, it's not a bad one.
Yeah.
Manchester United is vying for Eduardo Camavinga.
You can read this out while I quietly sulk.
Why? What's up? Why are you sulking?
Because I've seen the source of this story, and heads are about to roll in this.
Okay.
Go on.
Manchester United has set its sights on Eduardo Camavinga as a key reinforcement to close out its summer transfer window. The English club is looking to sign a midfielder who can partner Casemiro in the double pivot. The board is considering the option, presented a proposal close to €80 million, a figure that Real Madrid considers minimal to open the door to his departure. Coach Ruben Amorim considers Camavinga the ideal fit for his 3-4-2-1 system. The team needs a player with energy, judgment, and who can provide balance. Camavinga has those qualities, Amorim repeatedly said in internal conversations.
Right. I'm going to tell you something about the story,
Yeah, tell me.
None of it is true.
Okay.
Right? It's all made up. We're not signing Eduardo Camavinga. Ruben Amorim didn't say that in internal conversations. Okay. We're not about to try and pay €80 million for him. We ain't getting him. It's complete bollocks because it says so at the bottom.
It actually says it, yeah.
Fijages. Yeah, if Fijages tells me it's Wednesday, I don't believe him. They're full of it. So I'm not having it. No. We have got a bit of breaking news though, if anyone cares. Eberechi Eze to Arsenal. Here we go. Verbal agreement in place between all parties. Crystal Palace to receive package in excess of 60 million as a preferred Arsenal over Spurs. Arsenal win the race over Spurs, been in advanced talks for days but never sealed. Spurs there getting a pants pulled down. That's got to be infuriating because he was going to go to Spurs and then I think there was an injury to... Is it Kai Havertz got an injury? And Arsenal, as soon as that happened, mobilised very quickly. And I think he's a preferred Arsenal anyway. It's just they weren't in for him until that injury to Havertz. I think I'm getting that one right. So now Eze's going to Arsenal. Decent player, decent signing for them.
Big fan.
I've seen a few people on social media looking at it and going, well, if they've got Eze, what does that mean for Max Dowman? Does that mean Manchester United could get him? He's a youngster that everyone's raving about. I don't know. I mean, he is, 11 years younger than him. So I don't know if that necessarily closes the door on his future at Arsenal, or even if he'll care. But we can wish, can't we? We could dream. Because if we got Dowman, he's the player that everyone's raved about, including Finn, who does Academy Review, then that would be impressive. What do you make of Eze? Do you like him?
Big fan of it, honestly. I really like him. I never knew this was like going. I thought it was done deal with Spurs. Like I generally thought, and I think if I was Spurs now, I'd be pissed off. Like obviously Arsenal, the rivals, just swiped on it. But I think they're going. It's a massive, massive win for them. Yeah, it's got to be, Jay. It is.
I think Spurs were trying to throw in Richarlison as part of the deal. I think at one point. I might be getting that mixed up. I think that might be when they're trying to get. They're still trying to get. Is it Visa from Brentford? I think there's some shenanigans going on there because I think Newcastle want Visa, Spurs want him as well and are offering Richarlison. Spurs were going to try and get Eze, now they can't get him because he's gone to Arsenal. So there's all sorts going on there. We'll try and unpick it all.
How much has he gone for?
Is it 60 million. I mean, he is a good player. I think that's about right for him. I mean, what I will say is this: look, if he's worth 60 million, which he probably is, then Alejandro Garnacho is definitely worth more than 25 million, which is what Chelsea were rumoured to be valuing him at. MUFC 21, welcome to the academy. Let me know what you think about that one. Jordan Clark says, hope Spurs go for Garnacho. Harry Mathis says, Crystal Palace are going to sign El Canoes from Leicester for 30 million. Yeah, that shows you that the 25 million for Garnacho is nonsense. I Hunt for Static says, Spurs and Newcastle. Spurs and Newcastle should combine forces and reboot the Brentford rejects. Jao Pino says, Camavinga lost 35 games last season to 5 different injuries. It would be fitting for United to rescue Real. I can't see that happening. T2, the Izzo says, I'm not fighting that Joe behind an Asda. I think he's talking about you, because this rumour going on, or this thing going on about Joe Smith having fights behind Asda. So no one wants to fight you behind Asda, and thankfully that's not an option. I'm going to leave it there. Aaron,
mate,
that was good to see that.
Yeah,
we whizzed
too.
through there. Loads of little stories, some of them credible, some of them just not happening. But it just shows where we're at the minute now. It's sort of winding down a little bit for United, isn't it, in the transfer window?
Getting a bit sour now.
It feels like after all the excitement of like, boom, there's a Cunha, there's an Mbumo, there's a Sesko. Now it's like, can we shift any of these lot?
Oh, but if you think last season, who would have thought we'd be talking about Donnarumma coming and all the... It's like... We're back.
We're back, yes. We're back, baby. We're going to be back tomorrow morning as well. I'm going to be here with the news. Then we're going to have Off the Bar with me, McCullough, Howson and Joe Smith. So make sure, if you're not doing so already, you are hitting like, share and subscribe. Go and check out Aaron on your socials. You know where to find him. That's been Aaron Willis. I'm Jay Moy. This has been Transfers Live. Thanks for watching.
Cheers, guys.